You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
This is your Saturday weather briefing for this November 1st, 2025. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray, and it's hard to believe we're turning the calendar once again from October to November. We've got frost advisories across north central Alabama on this Saturday morning. Probably frost really across a good bit of the state. In Tennessee Valley, also down to southwestern Alabama. But the Weather Service in Birmingham maintaining those frost advisories. See some freeze advisories there. Northeast Georgia, upstate South Carolina. High clouds to the west. They're going to be moving in here later today. During the day today, you'll see them. A few showers showing up there near the Mississippi River, over near Tunica, Mississippi. A lot of that's not going to be reaching the ground for some time. We'll see some sprinkles tonight, a few showers after midnight over North Alabama. Temperatures as I record this at 6:09 this morning, it's gotten down to 32 now at Gadsden. The low had been 33 when I recorded the statewide forecast. Our sky watchers, Brent Wyatt, reported 35 at Morris. Daniel Harbin up in Trenton had 37. Let's see, who else? Jordan Housen had 34 in Chelsea. Andy Klein down in Helena, 36. Vic Bell, 34. Wallace Williams over in Cottondale, 34. Don Culver in Rainbow City had 36. Chris Owens up in Morris had 33. Currently, Gary McGriff, Brooklyn, in Coleman County had recorded a low of 38. So that was just some of our Skywatcher reports on this Saturday morning across the state. Now, kind of going through the futurecast here over the next 48 hours, you see scattered showers developing, some virga this afternoon, maybe some sprinkles tonight. Then, some of that activity will be reaching the ground during the overnight hours over the Tennessee Valley. Then with this upper low over the Tennessee Valley, you're going to see a few, scattered showers developing during the afternoon on Sunday. This is what it should look like about 2 o'clock tomorrow. Spotty showers, light in nature. They're not going to put down much rain, not even barely enough to wet the pavement. And then they'll be moving into Georgia. Probably a few leftover showers in the I-85 corridor around 9 o'clock Sunday night. Clearing skies, then colder air moves in behind that. Maybe a few wraparound clouds early Monday morning, but we'll see frost again by Monday morning in a lot of locations across Alabama. Highs today across the state, lower middle 60s for the most part, might reach 70 in places like Mobile, Foley, Gulf Shores. Lows tonight across the state generally going to be in the 40s with those high clouds. Hamilton might reach the 30s. We'll stay in the 50s in Mobile and Baldwin counties. Lows tomorrow night will be back in the 30s, though, in many spots in North Alabama, so that frost may come back into play. But forecast highs for Sunday will be 60s over the Tennessee Valley, middle upper 60s over the central part of the state, with 70s over South Alabama. Nationally, current watch warning map shows, we've got these frost advisories across the southeast for this morning, and then some freeze warnings, freeze watches and warnings back to the northwest behind this next batch of cold air that's coming, in places like St. Louis and Columbia, Missouri, back into Oklahoma. So, we've got that to contend with, that colder air that's coming our way. But really, here in Alabama, this next batch is not going to be that bad. This is the satellite and radar on this Saturday morning showing that high cloudiness that's moving our way. You can see some of it just beginning to work into northwestern Alabama. When we get the sun up above the horizon here shortly, we'll be able to see that. And of course, tomorrow, the sun will be coming up earlier because we'll lose daylight saving time, and we'll have the earlier sunsets and earlier sunrises. So tomorrow we'll be able to show the sky cams a lot earlier. The day one severe weather outlook, not even any thunder across the country, no severe weather today, tomorrow, or Monday, so no problem there. The QPF from the WPC just not looking good out through the next 7 days. Just not going to be very impressive there over Alabama. You can see our amounts are going to be less than 1/2 inch over the next week. Much of the state won't receive anything at all, and that's not good news because currently our drought situation is not getting any better. The Tennessee Valley has improved slightly. Almost all the state is now, at least in abnormally dry conditions, which we have been for several weeks, and the extreme drought over west central Alabama is, still substantial. With severe drought covering a good bit of the state. There goes Melissa. Goodbye, Melissa. That name will probably be retired from the list of names. Nothing over the Atlantic threatens development over the next 7 days officially, and I really wouldn't expect development over the next 2 weeks. Here's that upper low by tomorrow morning, centered near Muscle Shoals. It will be bringing those instability showers tomorrow. And as it passes to the east, some colder air. But then ridging begins to develop across the northern Gulf Coast. You can see it there extending from Houston over to Houma, Louisiana. And that ridging will give us a warming trend as we go through the week. But look, here is a new shortwave trough from Minneapolis down to St. Louis by Friday. And that means another cold front in the Friday time frame. Not much to work with in the way of moisture, though. With that system, we will deal with some shower chances next weekend. Let's go through the modeling here. We've talked about what happens through tomorrow. By Monday, the system is offshore with its showers. Here should be a beautiful day in Alabama. We'll start off chilly, but see high temperatures in the 60s across the state. Some 70s over South Alabama. Another beautiful day on Tuesday, continuing to warm. Just some high clouds on Wednesday. Should be 70s across most of the state. Then Thursday, even more beautiful. Should be a perfect day for much of Alabama. Then Friday, that trough moving through the Midwest could bring us a little bit more cloudiness, and then Friday night maybe a few showers to North Alabama. Some return flow off of the Gulf brings a few showers into South Alabama with that added lift by Saturday, but not much there. Sunday looks a little damp, so we'll kind of watch that. We'll call for rain chances about 30% over much of the state. And then, there was that second short wave behind the first one. Here by Monday the 10th, it's developing into a more significant storm system in the Great Lakes, and it looks like that brings a line of showers and storms through our state, probably there around Monday the 10th, Tuesday the 11th, somewhere around Veterans Day there. But clearing skies by the 12th. And then we get into a northwesterly flow pattern as we go out toward the end of the period here, Sunday the 16th. Looks like we could have another quick shot of moisture, maybe in some showers. But you see, no real, just significant rainfall coming for Alabama over the next 2 weeks. Weather Brains this week will record Monday night. Tom Paylor will be talking about how Tom has turned his career from the Weather Service into working for Munich RE, working with risk management and commodities, and how that part of our business works. So that'll be an interesting podcast. Weather Brains, the weekly netcast that's all about weather. An interesting time for all the weather nerds of the world, like me and James and other folks to come together. Well, that's your daily weather briefing here on the Alabama Weather Network. I'll have notes on the blog here in just a few minutes. We'll have updates throughout the day on the network. We thank you for watching us there. And until I get to do this weather briefing tomorrow, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky because you'll always have something fun to look at.